Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. You may have noticed I have been gone, or you might not have noticed at all. I didn't mean to leave booktube, but it just kind of happened, and I always thought, oh, I'll make a video, and then I never did, and now it's been a year. Oh well, I'm here now. Lots of things have happened in the last year, so I've made notes. Let's just get into it. Let's just dive straight in. So I started a new job. I've started 2 new jobs since last time I filmed. So the first new job was at Southampton Uni. So I was living in Southampton. You would have seen some videos from Southampton, but I think when I just moved there, that was 4 years ago now, booktube just deflated for me, and it just didn't feel right. Yeah, that's kind of sad. But anyway, I started a new job at the uni, which I actually really enjoyed. I basically took notes in lectures and seminars for students with disabilities, and it was great. Not only could I help the students, but I learned loads of stuff, which was really cool. So that was me toodling along in my new job in Southampton. I always knew Southampton wasn't the place for me. You know that song, God of Father, no, was it God to move, I don't know, I forgot what it is. God to move to a place that's right for me. Can you tell I've got 2 degrees in music? So yeah, that was happening, and then 2024 happened, and that's when stuff started to change. I don't know what heckin' time it was, but there was something not right in my relationship. Oh my god, I'm oversharing. It just wasn't working, you know. And in July of 2024 we broke up. You might have seen Tom in a few of the videos. We are no more. It was very mutual. We still talk to each other. It's not that deep. So now I'm a single Pringle, so if you're like really fit, then message me on Instagram. No, I'm only joking. You can only do that if you're either Charles Leclerc or Oscar Piastri. I won't be taking any other orders at the moment. Right, okay. I need to consult my notes, bear with me. Oh yes, so we broke up a day before the election. So it was really weird in the first few weeks of the election, because the news people were like, oh, it's been 4 weeks since the election, and I was like, oh, that's how long we've been broken up for. Anyway, about 2 months, maybe a month prior to this, I applied to do a PhD. I wanted to do a PhD for a few years. I was thinking of doing it in music, but I knew it wasn't quite right. So have I even told you I did a psychology degree when I was in Southampton? I did a heckin' psychology degree. I graduate in December. It's very exciting. I did it online, but it was with Glasgow. Oh, right, so finished my degree. That was around April, so then I applied for the PhD at Bath, University of Bath, a top 10 heckin' UK university. I felt completely out of my depth. But the research group, or centre, I think it's just technically a centre that I applied for, was just perfect. So it's basically brings together sciencey people and psychologists and all different kinds of people from different disciplines to look at, well, we're technically called mobility and the automotive industry, and how we can make it more sustainable. So it ticks off my, I love learning things about climate change and the climate crisis. I want to study how we can change behaviours so we're more sustainable in our daily lives. And I love cars. So I was like, well, this is perfect. I'll apply for this. It's all fully funded. What more could I want? So I got an interview, and this was like 3 or 4 days after me and Tom broke up. And I was adamant I was not going to this interview. It was only online, but I'd made my mind up. No, I'm not doing it. I don't want to. I'm not in the right headspace. I don't want to move to Bath. I'm moving to London. That's what I'm doing, because my family are from London area. But then there was this tiny little part of me that was like, no, you've got to do this interview. So I did it. And yeah, I remember sitting in like the team's waiting room feeling so miserable, And then when my two supervisors, or potential supervisors, appeared on the screen, it was just like a really weird, like, emotional shift in my brain that I haven't really had before. And it was like I could turn off that sadness and everything else that was going on and just focus on that interview. I hadn't prepared much at all for it, if any. I can't really remember now. Anyway, they invited me to another interview in person at Bath, which was really cool, whilst I was still pretty miserable, but I was like, yeah, of course I'm gonna go to that. So there were 6 of us, 6 interviewees, and there were 2 spaces, and I got in! Me! So now, this turn of events, I'm somehow doing a PhD at the University of Bath in a subject that is really cool. You know, I said, so I already spouted all my educational history. I did music, then I did psychology. Now my heckin' PhD is in mechanical engineering. How did that happen? I don't know, man. And I'm teaching on a mechanical engineering course, and I'm like, I haven't done like hard science since GCSE, and I'm just like I'm pretending I know what I'm doing, but I don't. So that's where I am now. I moved to Bath last month in September. I live on my own, which I was a bit scared about at first. I think my family were a bit scared at first, but it's all seemed to align very nicely. If you've been to Bath, or you know about Bath, you know it's beautiful. It's Georgian, it's, I mean, what can I moan about? The only thing I can moan about is that the neighbours upstairs walk really loudly after my bedtime. Other than that, I don't really have any complaints. I'm making new friends, which is really nice. I'm enjoying playing in bands again, in the concert bands and brass bands. And it's just been a lovely time. I went to see Richard Iowadi. He was doing an event with Topping and Company, which is one of the most beautiful heckin' bookshops I've ever been to. And then there's Mr. B's Emporium. That's just over there. That's just over there. So I'm living in the place that is right for me, as the song goes. Right, let me have a look at my notes. Have I said everything? Oh yeah, do you want to know about my heckin' PhD? What I'm doing it on? I'm studying the microcar industry. The little baby cars. Why do we not see them around? Why are they such a flop? That's what I'm going to find out. Exciting times. So that's it really. That's where I am. I can't believe it. Every time I say, first of all, I'm doing a PhD, I'm like, wow, that's me, I'm doing that. And then when I say Bath, I come from a reasonably working class background. In my brain, I'm like upper working class. So to go to such a posh uni, there are a lot of posh people at Bath. The stereotypes are real. Lots of big muscly sporty people and rugby people, which is fine. But as someone who went to an extremely average comp, it's sometimes a bit overwhelming. Well, it was in Freshers Week, not so much now. Would you like a flat tour? Would you like to see me yaff? That's why does that sound wrong? Let's go on a tour, shall we? And you can see my little tiny flat, which is really small, but I think it's quite cute, and I think it goes well with my PhD. I'm studying microcars, and I'm living in like a, I wouldn't say it's a micro space, but a small space. So let us have a look, shall we? Hello there. Do you like my jeans? That's where I was just filming from, because I don't have my camera stand, which is fantastic. I'm going to try not to tread on anything. This is my little living room thing, my TBR, my games and more games. This is my dehumidifier. Wow. The kitchen. It's my bread tin. And oh, look, it's my little reading corner and all my books. I've still got to rearrange them because, as you can see, A Song of Ice and Fire is in the complete wrong order. That's not correct. but that's a job for another day. So yes, this is where I sit most of the time when I'm at home. I've got my little multiplayer thing, does CDs, vinyls, cassettes and radio. Isn't that thrilling? And here's my CD collection, which I still need to sort out, but that's just another fun thing to do one day. These are my artworks. I got most of these from Comic-Con and Yelp, so you might recognise some of them if you were there. Isn't this just beautiful? I love that one. You might have seen these in my videos before as well. So cute! That's life. Thanks for watching. I'm going to actually do some bookish videos soon. Weekly. That's my schedule at the moment. You know, being single gives you so much time. So although I'm sort of working, studying full time, I feel like I have enough time to actually do activities now. Sunday is going to be my booktube day. Next week I'm doing the end of year book tag, which Ariel created, so stick around for some tag fun. Thank you for watching and I'll see you in my next video. Goodbye!